Okay, gang, bit of a long one today. I'm going to anticipate that it will be anyway because I finally have an entire booster box of the new Spider-Man MTG set to open. I am not posting this as quickly as I had hoped I would be able to get it up, but that is not the fault of it not arriving on time or anything. That's just who I am as a person anymore. I'm not going to do a big intro for this video because I talked a lot about the specifics of this set in the when I did the bundle opening last weekend, 2 weekends ago. I don't really remember. Anyway, I did a lot of the technical information on this set about like the card numbers and talked about some of the different alt art and special treatments and stuff of this set in that bundle opening video, which I will try to remember to link so that if you're more interested in the more technical stuff of this set, you can watch that. But for today, I want to just kind of get right into opening this, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about this set and a little bit about Magic in general, just as I kind of open these cards, since there are several videos of these cards being opened out there. And well, I'll get into it as I open the box, I guess. So first off, gotta get the plastic off. Okay, so we have an entire play booster box here. This is for, of course, the MTG Spider-Man set. This is the newest Magic the Gathering release of the Marvel Spider-Man set, and this is the first of what's going to be a couple different Marvel sets. We already have a little bit more information that we're going to be having Marvel superheroes next year. So we are going to be having multiple sets of Marvel. This one is, as it says, completely focused on Spider-Man. So of course we have on our play booster box, we have Spider-Man and our very comic-y font on it. These are play boosters, not collector boosters. That side, same on that side. You can, as it says, do whatever a spider can. On the bottom, we have the information that we always have about what your chances are of getting the different rare cards in the set are, as far as, you know, just each pack comes with this many rares, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, you've got your little percentages in there. So we've got our card for this one. Got the very interesting version of the goblin on there, and then scan to discover cool cards. And then here's our set artwork with our draft archetypes. Of course, some information about our new web slinging and the mechanics and stuff of this set. So then we have our packs. So there should be 30 in here. $30 packs of Spider-Man goodness to open. So let's get cracking. Where should we start? I think lots of times I end up starting on this side, so we'll start this side this time. Why not, right? Why not? Should take before and after pictures of my floor when I do these. It's quite interesting. Okay. So there's our treasure token. Are these backwards? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay. So I came across this before. And so generally speaking, when you have regular play booster packs, what is supposed to happen is that you're supposed to have commons first, And then the uncommons. So there's our commons. There's our, whoops. There's our uncommons. And then a wild card. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, wait. Okay. Then our rare, a foil, a land card, and a token. Okay. But that is not always the way it ends up going. Depending on where the cards are packed and some of, some other different things. Sometimes we get packs that are in like reverse order, and that appears to be what we have here. So I'm going to try and figure out how to do these. When I opened the bundle, I had some just regular packs, just packs from a booster box I got from my LGS, and they were also in this like reverse format. And I think I determined that if I count the bottom 4 cards, hold on, yeah, I think if I remove the token and take the top 4 cards, then I can do it in a somewhat more normal order, or what I'm more used to. But okay, so we'll do that going forward here. But for now, let's just see here. We've got Airbot, Stegron. Ah, whip. So fun. Vibrant Cityscape. Hey, that's the background that I've got on here. Pumpkin Bombardment. Shocker. Alien Symbiosis. Terrific team up. There's, of course, Symbiote Spider-Man. Our foil. Our land card, Suburban Sanctuary, which is a dual land, and our token. Okay, so this might end up being even longer than I had thought it was going to be. And then, so token. This doesn't work if the rare is double-sided, which I learned last time, but we'll do our best. So we've got token, 2, 3, 4. And let's see what we got. So we've got Molten Man. So this will be starting with our uncommons. We've got Prowler. And then get into our commons. Masked Meower. Electro's Bolt. City Pigeon. One of the best cards ever. Changed my mind. Something weird happened. So, all right, because our next card is also, okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we've got our land is a foil. I was very confused. Okay, so we've got our land card is a foil for Ominous Asylum, dual land. We've got Lurking Lizards for our foil, and oh, Mysterio, Master of Illusions. I think he's the last of the Sinister Six that I personally needed, so that's fun and cool. And then pictures of Spider-Man for our wild card. Yeah, so this is gonna be a rough one, folks. I don't know what to tell you. See, that one's a double-sided one. Okay, we're good. Okay, so Spider Suit. Spot's Portal. The Spot, by the way, one of my favorite villains. One of the first comics I ever remember reading was a Spectacular Spider-Man with the Spot. I am old. It's fine. Okay, so there's our land. Our foil is Venom's Hunger. Norman. Osborn. Who transforms into the Green Goblin. That's some great artwork on the Goblin. He is a tricolor creature. So we have him. He is a mythic. And then damage control crew for our last one there. Yet again, I forgot to put like a trash bag out before opening. So I should have taken a before and after picture of my floor. But all right, so we've got our token card. And then, oh, okay, so Sun Spider, Nimble Webber. Oh, Scarlet Spider. The Kane version, not the Ben version. Spider-Mobile. Venomized Cat. So this set is getting a bit of a bad name. Oh, hey, it's Ned, guy in chair. Because people are fickle. I am personally really enjoying this set. I like a lot of this. I like a lot of the cards. I think a lot of the flavor is very well done in this set, but I am an absolutely huge comic book nerd, so Island. There's Molten Man Inferno Incarnate for our foil, and then, oh, Ultimate Green Goblin. That's fun. I haven't seen this one before. Ultimate Green Goblin Villain for our rare. And finally, oh my good lord. Okay, I have been wanting to pull one of the bonus sheet cards ever since the set dropped. I have not pulled one yet until right now, and look at this. Look at him. Oh, it's amazing. And it's a mythic. The bonus sheet for this is all classic Spider-Man artwork from just the different eras of Spider-Man, and oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at it. I love it so much. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I'm a big comic book nerd. So yes, so this set, before I got distracted, I'm sorry, that was just big old nerd. I'm just a big old nerd. So, this set is getting a bad rap. A lot of people are not enjoying this set. I personally am very much enjoying this set. What I find interesting is that people seem to be enjoying the arena version of these cards more. So Magic the Gathering Arena is not to be confused with Magic the Gathering Online, but it is the app that Wizards has made. If you don't play paper, then you can still play, but you play like digitally with cards, and there's apps on the different like Google and Apple and stuff like that, but then there's also, you can play on your computer if you don't want to do like they do with MTG Online, where you have to have like a camera set up and play with actual paper on your desk. Because of licensing issues, they do not have Spider-Man cards in Arena. Now, they do have these cards in Arena, but they are not called the same things. Same mechanics, same everything, but they are not Spider-Man branded cards. Through the Omen Path, I believe, is the name of them. So yes, they're exactly the same cards as these cards. They have different artwork and they have different names, but the mechanics and everything are the same. I've seen people asking if we could have prints of the Omen Path cards, which are these cards with different artwork, because people just apparently really do not want Spider-Man cards. Some people really do not want Spider-Man cards. I am not one of those people. All right, so Savage Mansion, Wrecking Ball, ooh, Villainous Wrath for our rare, and Spider's Man, Heroic Horde. So basically what that comes down to, get in there, is, oh well, we'll just go ahead. Hey, it's Web Warriors. I already have this one. So this is an alt art version of the Web Warriors card from the base set with art by actual comic book artists. There are three treatments of alt art in this set that are available in the play boosters, and this is one of them. So yeah, so this is just Web Warriors, and it's just different art from comic book artists. I personally think these cards are really neat, but you know, others may not agree. So Yeah, basically I think this set is a case of you can please some of the people some of the time and none of the people all of the time, because I really like this set. I know there are other nerds like me who really enjoy this set, but there are also a lot of people who are upset because, well, one, this is the second of 3 Universes Beyond releases this year. Second, the release schedule this year has been nuts. Holy crap. The amount of cards that have come out, the sets that have come out. Ooh, Scorpion Sting, that's a neat one. Is insane. Sinister Hideout, Amazing Acrobatics, and Carnage, Crimson Chaos for our rare. Look at how cool he is. Oh, yeah. So, okay, and then just Web Shooters as our wild card. So yeah, every set, oh Craven, every set of Magic that comes out has people who love it and people who hate it. There's nothing that is actually universally loved. And there are ones that come out that over time become, they endear themselves to the fan base. An example is Lorwyn. Lorwyn Eclipsed is coming out in January. Personally, I'm stoked for it, and I know a lot of people are. And the original Lorwyn was like the worst selling Magic set in Magic history. It was not well received at all. It was when they introduced Planewalkers, they made changes to the game that people just really, nope, nope, they didn't care for it. They did not like it. So we had that happen. And I think a lot of people let that overshadow how unique and cool Lorwyn is as a plane. I'm happy that we're going back to that plane because I personally think it's a pretty cool one. Ravens, cats. Back squad. There's our ominous asylum again. Web up for our foil. And is Peter. So we have Peter, who of course transforms into Amazing Spider-Man. And he is a mythic because of course he is. I mean, this set is named after him. Oh, hey. Ooh, Interdimensional Web Watch. I remember seeing this one in the previews. Pretty cool card overall, in my opinion. I understand that people are upset about Universes Beyond, there being so many Universes Beyond sets. I do not agree with that. I can understand some of the thought behind it. My main thing is as long as they keep the sets of the in-universe stuff strong. I don't care how many Universes Beyond sets they do. And I think that we need to remember that not every set that comes out is necessarily going to be one that we enjoy, and that's okay. That's fine. All right, foil basic land. Ooh, foil spider bite. Oh, and Arachne. And our scorpion seething striker. Basically, my point is that we don't need to be getting up in arms all the time about if the Universes Beyond sets are something we like or not. Okay, so for example, excited about this set, love this set. I can't get enough of this set and of Final Fantasy that came out in June, and I also absolutely loved. Avatar: The Last Airbender is going to be the final set of the year. I don't have much interest really. I'm just not that person. City Pigeon. So, University Campus. Foil. Oh, hey, Miles. We got Miles, and I know he is a mythic. And of course, transforms into Ultimate Spider-Man. So, very cool. And, oh, hey, Superior Spider-Man. So we have 2 rares in this pack. Very cool. Basically, yeah, that's the thing is we have quite the release schedule next year. We've had quite the release schedule for the past couple of years, and not every set is one that you have to be into, one that you have to be excited for. It's just, that's a neat card. That's just the way she is. Just the way the cookie crumbles, as they might say. And that's okay. You know, you don't have to like every single set. There are plenty of in-universes sets that people hate. So even if we didn't have Universes Beyond, we would still have probably at least half of the sets per year people despise. So now people just like to use Universes Beyond as an excuse, is what I'm getting at. And of course, I am largely joking here. As I said, I am okay with Universes Beyond because as long as the in-universe stuff stays strong, I don't care. I can just pick and choose what I want because I'm not a competitive player. I don't compete in tournaments or anything like that. It doesn't really bother me. So, ooh, Clone Saga. That's fun. And of course, it's a Saga card because why wouldn't it be? Oh, Spider-Man Noir. Basically, I understand that people were upset that Universes Beyond got put into standard rotation, but also, unless you're a person who plays a lot of competitive Magic, I don't know that it affects you that much, or I don't know that it should. Ooh, Shriek. That's fun. So we got Shriek, Troublemaker, puns. So yeah, I guess that's my basic thing is it doesn't have to affect you. And it definitely doesn't have to affect you negatively if there's a bad set that comes out. Like I said, there are plenty of in-universe sets that people hate. There are plenty of in-universes that people hated when they came out that they absolutely adore now. So there's that too. But I know the other thing is we have 4 Universes Beyond sets coming out next year and 3 in-universe that we know of. University Campus, Subway Train, Gwen Stacy. Okay. So there are 2 kinds of Spider-Man fans, right? There are the ones who like Mary Jane Watson, and then there are the ones that like Gwen Stacy. I'm pretty sure from my reaction that you can tell which one I am. And this, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Look at her. Oh, I love her. Mythic, of course, and Ghost Spider on the back. Oh, so happy. So happy to get her. And oh, hey, Madam Web. That's fun for the last one there. So here's the thing. Okay. This, to me, is absolutely amazing. It makes me so happy. There were cards in other Universes Beyond sets, and there will be cards in future Universes Beyond sets that other people have the same feeling. I cannot deny them that simply because I don't necessarily agree that some whatever property, whatever IP shouldn't be in Magic, in my opinion. I can't do that to people. At the end of the day, Magic is a card game. It's a trading card game. That's what it's TCG, trading card game. And it's about having fun and playing the way you want to with the cards that you want to. And so I have a really hard time limiting that just because the card isn't my cup of tea. Like seriously, goosebumps, you guys. That's how cool this is to me. I know like Star Trek is coming out next year, and while I am a bit of a Trekkie more than like Star Wars, I grew up watching Star Trek with my dad, and I have very fond memories of it. So sci-fi in general, like Edge of Eternities is a good set. It's just not necessarily my favorite set because it is sci-fi based, and that's just not me. That's not one of my favorite things. But there are so many people who are so excited about Star Trek. And there are other people who are upset because Star Trek is sci-fi and that's not magic. But there are people who are so excited. And how could you take that from them? Just because you don't think that it should be in magic, which a lot of people like to use the defense that Universes Beyond somehow dilutes magic in some way. It doesn't even, the lore doesn't even enter into it though. Like magic is still magic. Like if you look at like the lore and stuff like that and the way they do the breakdowns of the lore, it's still Magic the Gathering. Universes Beyond is completely separate from that. So I don't understand how people say that it dilutes magic. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. And I know I'm rambling and I'm sorry, I'm ranting and raving, but this is just something that has been around a lot recently and it's starting to affect me, guys. It's really starting to affect me because it feels gatekeepery to me. Personally, I want Magic to be around forever. I've played Magic on and off since the mid-90s. Mid to late 90s was when I started and, you know, played on and off. More recently, I've been very much into it and I love Magic cards. I love ripping packs. I love playing. I love so many things. I love the artwork. I love so many things about Magic. And I don't think we should discourage things that will bring new players into it. Bringing more people in is not a bad thing. It's not, in my opinion, a bad thing. I am looking forward to bringing more people in who have more varied interests. So, of course, there is the argument that a lot of the Universes Beyond stuff really only works with other Universes Beyond stuff. And that is kind of valid, but also there are mechanics in regular Magic that kind of only work in the set that they are introduced in. For example, I know that I'm one of the only people who liked Karlov Manor. I love the artwork and I like the setting. I think it's a well done set, but I will be one of the first people to tell you that some of the mechanics that they tried to introduce in that, not good. Not good. So I don't know that kind of thinking holds water. Like if we have Universes Beyond and mostly those cards only play well with each other, well, we have in Universes sets that work kind of the same way. It's like vehicles in the various sets. To me, I don't like playing vehicles. I don't find them appealing to play. Ooh, radioactive spider. So we've got for our foil. Ooh, lizard. Lizard, Connor's Curse. Oh, black cat. Another case of you're either an MJ person or a Gwen person. Also, you either love or hate Felicia, and I adore her. Great. And look at the kitties. Look at the cats on the card. Yeah, okay. Makes me happy. That's a sweet card. How wholesome. So yeah, I think that part of my thing is, as I said, I started playing Magic way back in the day with friends and it was all, you know, kitchen table. We didn't even play at LGS or anything. Like, I don't even know where we would have gone to play. And so for me, I don't take the competitive aspect into it. To me, it's just, it's a fun time to play. Planes. Ooh, a foil version of the spot. That's fun. That's so fun. That's a cool artwork on that card too. Oh, there's my bioorganic carapace. I think I have 5 of these now. Oh, that's secret identity. So yeah, I have never really thought of the competitive aspect of Magic the Gathering, or that's not something that I really think about a lot. I mean, obviously it's a game you play and someone wins, but it's always been for me more about enjoying the experience of playing the game because it's a game. It's just that's what it is. Yeah, so to me it's more of a game. It's about having fun. It's the experience of playing rather than winning. And honestly, if the only reason you're playing a game is to win, Magic probably isn't the game for you anyway. Yeah, it's just not the game for you. I like that there's competitive Magic. I think that that's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it's not for me. Unless you play competitively, especially in like standard or modern, I don't know that every new set that comes out you need to necessarily be into. Now, I will say I play 60 card deck. I do not do Commander. I do not do Brawl. I guess to me, those are even like less affected though, because like everything is legal in Commander, right? Like from what I know, from I've tried, right? I've tried Commander. I've tried to do the whole Commander Brawl thing. I don't know what to do with that. Strategically speaking, I don't know how to play that. Okay, and that's fine. I know that Commander has been great for MTG in a lot of ways. It has brought a lot of new people into the game. So, I am personally not a Commander player. I know a lot of people who are. Oh, hey, there's Madam Web in the foil. Aw, Peter Parker's camera. That's fun. Ooh, Wraith. Looking forward to next year, because as I said, for me, this is really the last set of the year. If I do Avatar, it'll be very sparingly. It's just not something I'm interested in unless there's some cards that I want for decks or some really cool artwork or something. So that's not something that I'm going to be doing a lot of. There is a holiday release this year. There is every year, but this year it is Final Fantasy, and they are doing, or they did 4 scene boxes and a Chocobo bundle, which is limited. I was able to snag a pre-order for the Chocobo bundle. So I will be opening that as soon as it comes in. I'm so excited for it. I think it's going to be so fun. There are going to be cards that are like exclusive to the Chocobo bundle that are a special foil treatment. I'm excited to see those. And there's special lands in it. And there's a new spin down counter, but it's the more modern kind of counter instead of the dice counter. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited for it. Ooh, there's the foil pictures of Spider-Man. Ah, J. Jonah and Sunspider. So yes, I'm very excited about that. And like I said, I did get a pre-order of it in, so I will have, as soon as I can get that, it releases December 5th. So as soon as I can get it, I will be posting a video about what is in that, right? Because it looks so fun and so cute. Oh, hey, Ezekiel Sims. I didn't realize he was in this. And I looked at all the preview stuff and I don't remember seeing him at all. Anyway. So yes, so looking forward to next year, we have 4 Universes Beyond and 3 in-universe sets. I've seen rumblings that people are unhappy because we have more Universes Beyond than in-universe stuff. My view on that is, with more Universes Beyond stuff, it's less for me to feel like I have to buy, that I have to participate in, that I have to get. Because like I said, the release schedule recently in the past like 3 years has been insane. Just crazy with how many sets they're putting out per year. If there are fewer in-universe sets, they can focus on them more and put more energy into them, and they should be better in-universe sets. So in theory, we have better in-universe sets coming out. Suburban Sanctuary, Romantic Rendezvous. Oh, hey, there's Doc Ock. Master Planner. He's a mythic. And a Sudden Strike. There's my girl again. And Silk. I haven't pulled a Silk yet. I would really like to, though. And if they have more Universes Beyond, they can put Universes Beyond out in between or around the in-universe sets, and they can focus more on the lore and crafting the in-universe sets and still be putting out product regularly, perhaps too regularly, while not kind of dumbing down the lore and getting weird and ridiculous with some of the in-universe sets. So I think that Universes Beyond is a good thing in that way. Because like next year we have, like I said, Marvel Superheroes is out in June, and then the next one is, oh, we're going back to Middle Earth because we've got the Hobbits, which I'm hoping the Hobbit will be different enough from Lord of the Rings that it can be really its own set. Not looking forward to, they already showed like a preview of My Precious, so that's like probably going to be the One Ring, and that'll be a fun chase. And Star Trek is at the end of the year. We have a bit more balance between the Universes Beyond and the in-universe, and that means that like Lorwyn and Strixhaven and Strixhaven, and I don't remember what the other one is. 2 seconds. We have Lorwyn Eclipsed, then we have the unnamed Universes Beyond set, and then Secrets of Strixhaven, which I don't know a lot about Strixhaven. I'm going to be studying up on that one. We have Marvel Superheroes, The Hobbit, and Reality Fracture, which is anyone's guess. That is the other in-universe set. Tentatively excited, but I have no idea what it is. So. And then Star Trek will be closing out the year. So yeah, I don't know. These sets will probably be varying sizes too. So Marvel Superheroes is probably going to be a huge tentpole release in June. That's usually when we have a huge tentpole release, it seems, anymore. It's when Final Fantasy came out. Modern Horizons was the year before. That was in July. Yeah, June, July is usually when we have like a huge set come out. So we have no idea right now how big these sets will be. Lorwyn Eclipse is going to be huge. We do know that. Swamp. Ooh, Foil Ned. Imposter Syndrome. If you know, you know. Is this? It is a mythic. I had no idea. And Costume Closet. Wisecrack. Fun. So yes. So Lorwyn Eclipsed is going to be a huge set from the looks of it. They're even bringing back, at that time, they're bringing back theme decks to try to get more people into 60 card play. But we're also going to have commander decks. We're going to have a draft kit. I'm not really entirely sure what all that's going to entail at this point. Obviously, it's for drafting. And I think it's kind of for home. It's like for home drafting, or at least that's my closest guess. Ooh, very foily swarm of bees. So cheering crowd and spider bite. That pack was a little underwhelming. So yeah, I will be pre-ordering Lorwyn Eclipsed as soon as I am able to, because I will probably be getting way too much of that set that is financially responsible. I am excited, have been excited about it for a while. Anything that is inspired by kind of existing mythology like that, like with Amonkhet and oh, I know there have been others, but I find those sets very interesting, and I like the integration of artwork and flavor and everything that they put into it. So of course we have, that's going to be Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. Sinister Hideout. Ooh, very foily shock. Ooh, Sandman, Shifting Scoundrel. And, oh, the Hobgoblin. I don't think I've seen him yet, so there's Hobgoblin with Flying and Haste. So yeah, there's our regular Web Warriors card with Peter Porker, who I have not pulled yet either. So yeah, Lore One Eclipse, expect to have way too much of that. Maybe, probably on the level of Tarkir and Final Fantasy as far as content goes, because I am very, very excited for Lore One Eclipsed, Savage Mansion, Mindless Enforcers, Spider-Woman, Stunning Savior, the Jessica Drew version of Spider-Woman. I pulled one of these. I just randomly picked up 3 booster packs at Walmart the other day and pulled one. Now, the second one. Soulstone, which is our headliner for the set. Of course, there's in the collector boosters, the alt art versions of this are the headliners. So yeah, we have our Soulstone with our artwork that is a callback to classic Mox artwork. Very happy, very, very happy to pull a second one of these. I had a feeling there was one in this box, and when I got the packs the other day, I said, wouldn't it be funny if I have a whole box sitting at home that I haven't opened yet and I pull a Soulstone from one of these packs instead of the box? Well, I pulled one from there and the box, so yay. Honestly expecting most of the rest of this box to be crap, but we'll see. You never know what can happen, right? So okay, last stack. Ooh, Sandman's Quicksand. So okay, yeah, so Lore One Eclipsed I'll be really into. We'll have to see what the first Universes Beyond set is next year. It is rumored to be a Nickelodeon property, so we'll see. If it doesn't have Angry Beavers in it, I don't know that I'll be that interested. So, University Campus. Rocket-powered Goblin Glider. Whew. Say that 5 times fast. And good old Flash. Yes, so then Strixhaven, return to, or Secrets of Strixhaven, I will be tentatively into. We'll see once we get closer to it how the previews and everything go with it, although I am pretty interested in seeing what happens there. So Sinister Hideout. Woo! Venomized Cat. Yay, Gwenum! I was hoping to get this Gwenum Remorseless. I needed her. So, great card. Here's another of our comic artist alt art cards of Spider, piloted by Penny. So, yeah, so after Strixhaven, we have Marvel Superheroes, as I'm sure you can probably assume I will also be into, although I was hoping for an X-Men set. We're getting superheroes. Sinister Hideout, Vulture, Doc Ock's Tentacles, and oh hey, Ben, Scarlet Spider, Ben Riley. So then The Hobbit will be next, Silver Sable. And that I will probably be interested in because, unsurprisingly, huge Tolkien nerd. And Fractured Reality we'll have to see. And then Star Trek, it's really going to depend on the cards. Hydro Man. And Terrific Team Up. And so yeah, I know I feel been ranting kind of in this video, and I kind of feel bad about that now. But it is what it is. People have just really been negative recently about magic and the state of magic, so felt like ranting a little bit. Oh, Spinneret and Spiderling. And with great power. So 2 rares in that one. And yeah, I'm going kind of quickly on this last stack because I've been sitting here for like 2 hours opening cards for one thing. And then also, well, that's really pretty much it. I'm getting tired. So, that's kind of why I'm going a little bit more quickly. Usually I try to go a little slower so you can see more of the cards. But since this is my second video with these cards and we are almost at the end of this booster box, I kind of feel like, you know, we can move a little faster. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so this is one of the comic artwork cards. So panel card of the Spot Living Portal. Very cool. I love that they incorporated panel cards into this. They're so cool. And Spider-Man UK. So I'm going to say with the number of packs that I've opened and the single sheet, the single card so far I've gotten from it, the bonus sheet is very rare in the play boosters. Oh, you know, Swamp, Spider-Man Webslinger. I still like that card. Ooh, Spider-Punk. Spider-Punk. Very fun. But yeah, I know usually I try to be pretty upbeat in these videos, but yeah, I've just been kind of salty recently. I guess for these last couple packs, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this set and my thoughts overall on this set and who this set is for. This set is for Spider-Man fans. And by Spider-Man fans, what I mean is people who are fans of the comics specifically. And that's longtime fans of the comics. There's very little referencing in these to the movies. There's some, obviously Ned is in here, and there's obviously a lot of characters from Spider-Verse in here. But this is aimed at comic book fans more than anything. That's the niche they're going for with this set. And I know I, as a comic book fan, I'm very, very happy with it. Ooh, there's our Iron Spider Stark upgrade. There are a series of the Marvel Legends action figures. There's 4 of them that are coming out that have cards in them that are alternate art versions that match the figure. There is one of Mary Jane that is this card that I will probably end up buying even though it's $40. So, oh, Arana. Heart of the Spider. Oh, Morbius. Okay, so there's Ezekiel again. So yes, so this set is for people who are longtime fans of Spider-Man, who either are longtime fans or know a lot of the history of Spider-Man. There is a lot of comic accurate stuff in here. There's a lot of references to the comics. There's a lot of just comic book flavor in this set. So if you are not a huge comic book fan, this might not necessarily appeal to you. And as I said before, that's fine. That's then you're not the key demographic for this set. If you are a big fan, though, I think you will enjoy this. Ooh, Oscorp Industry in foil. Fun. Yay, Spider-Man 2099. And, oh, there's Shriek again. This is a good set if you are new to Magic the Gathering, because there's a lot of this that is aimed towards standard, towards 60 card deck play, which for me, I enjoy more than, like I said, the Commander, the 100 card deck. A lot of people who are coming into Magic anymore are coming into Commander. And that's all well, fine and good, but I personally would like to see the 60 card formats grow. Forest. Got the city. Ooh, Urban Retreat. I think that's the first rare land I've gotten besides Oscorp. And Spider-Verse. See? Told you that they referenced Spider-Verse in these cards. And that's a mythic. If you want to learn to play Magic, but you want to learn to play one of the regular formats, so any of those that deal with like a 60 card deck, this is a good set in my opinion. This is geared towards that. That's why they did the welcome decks that are 60 cards. Very much geared this towards new players, specifically new standard players and new players who wanted to play like standard and modern and everything like that. And I know a lot of people say not to play modern if you're new. Just don't play modern competitively. It's a very, very competitive format if you play it in any kind of competitive capacity. People are mean. If you're a big Spider-Man fan, if you want to learn Magic, you want to get into it, if you just like to collect cards, this is a good set. If you really like the artwork, anyone who just generally thinks they would like it, I think. You know, who is this set not really geared for? The people that I don't think will enjoy this set are Commander players, for one, because there are not a lot of cards that are geared towards Commander. That's not what this set is specifically aimed at. Like I said, there are cards in this that work really well for Commander, but the majority of them are made for building. Actually, Spider Tribal decks is kind of what this is largely geared towards. And if you're not a Magic person, you won't really understand what that means. But yes, this is a Spider Tribal set. It is made to mostly be played against itself in a lot of ways. Not that you can't incorporate it into other things, but it's very good for more limited play. If you're a person who is generally into Magic, but not super into the IP, you know, there's not really a big reason for you to want to be in this. Just buy singles of cards that you think you might want, much like I'm going to be doing with The Last Airbender, because I just don't have a lot of desire in it. I would rather let people who are really excited about that set, I would rather them get the product than me, because I'm not going to really enjoy it. That is something that would serve us all better to do moving forward, I think, if we can kind of separate the FOMO from what we really want, really need, and really want to play. I think that if you focus on that more, one, you will spend probably less money. Two, you won't feel like you need to love every single set that is released. And three, you will probably be happier overall with the state of Magic the Gathering, because honestly, it's at a good place right now. There's new players coming in all the time, and that leaves room for Commander and Standard and Modern and Vintage and Pauper and all the other different kinds of formats to grow. That is a big key thing to keeping Magic alive. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's Fortnite the Gathering. Maybe, but you don't have to play the things that you don't want to. And if you're going to be upset because you're at an LGS or you're at a tournament and you are playing against someone who is playing a SpongeBob card from a secret layer, I understand your feelings are valid in some way. It's really not that deep. It's a game. It's a card game. I am very happy with this set. I am especially happy because I got to use my new avatar, even though she's still obviously having some issues with some of the tracking. She is still a work in progress. I got to dress her up like Spider-Gwen, so that made me happy. I think this is a fun set to open. I think this is a fun set to play. I love the flavor that they've put into it, and I am very happy with the very apparent love of Spider-Man in this set. This is obviously by people who love comics for people who love comics, and that makes it very special. Sorry for ranting. I hope it wasn't too horrible to listen to. Thank you for hanging out and listening to me complain and just share thoughts overall. I really, really appreciate you guys, and I hope that I will see you in the next one. Thanks.